All praises and glory to Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi Bahasham Ha Rakah Kodash, double honors unto our apostle elders which rule Great Millstone Well, and Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom, ba. So as you can see, this is from AmericanMilitaryNews.com. It says U.S. military force at 80-year low. Pentagon urges, quote, national call to service, which this is a hint that they're going to go to a draft, okay? They're going to draft young and old men, women, and what you would even consider eventually children to die in this war, okay? In this World War III, which they're going to have Armageddon, which is going to be a mountain of troops that they gather in the valley of Jehoshaphat, and they're going to die there. It says the United States military will have the smallest force in over 80 years as it prepares for the start of 2024. The Pentagon recently informed Congress that the U.S. military faces one of its greatest challenges as it navigates the difficult recruiting environment that resulted in multiple military branches missing recruitment targets in 2023, right? So the only answer, as it says in the title, quote, national call to service, which is what? A draft, all right? And it's in 2nd Ezra 13, it tells you that all these troops that are gathered are going to die in the valley of Jehoshaphat. It says in 2nd Ezra 13, and this is Yahawashi coming. It says, verse 5, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. So this is speaking of Yahawashi, all right? And those number of men that cannot be counted is the soldiers that are going to be drafted to go die over in the valley of Jehoshaphat. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. So he's talking about a so-called UFO that's so big, it's like a mountain range. You can't see where it begins, and you cannot see where it ends. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. So this is talking about all those men, women that are drafted to go fight in the World War III, the Armageddon, the mountain of troops that are going to be gathered in the valley of Jehoshaphat. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, which tempest means a storm, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight. So all them that were drafted into the war, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden, meaning in an instant, of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. And that's what's going to happen to them that are drafted, and eventually they're going to put a microchip inside you, all right, for identification. Okay, instead of dog tags, they're going to move over to the implantable microchip. but you're also going to get your paycheck on that microchip. They're going to use it for buying and selling worldwide. And them, dealing with the Israelites that take it, you're to die by fire. So whether you get it here in America or you're drafted and shipped and sent to the Middle East, you will be melted there. All right. So I recommend you do not join, the military. Okay, because they're gonna implant you with the microchip, which will condemn you, and then they're gonna send you to the Middle East where you will die there by fire.